Hey guys, let's talk a little bit about this research project. So, if you check out the research tab, research proposal tab, at the bottom of the weekly modules, it has all the information outlined for the research project. This project, I like to think of it like as a four-part exercise, okay? So part one is choosing your topic, and honestly, this is the hardest part. This is what you're going to do your proposal on and who you're going to do your proposal on. This class is focusing on single subject research, so meaning you'll have one subject, and that subject can either be you or it can be one other person. Um, it is a little simpler when you do it yourself because you don't have to have informed consent and you don't have to have institutional review board approval. So most students opt to go that route. And it can be really simple. And my goal with this is to keep it really simple because I think when you have a really simple project, it's easier to understand the process. So once you kind of have an idea of your topic, and some of the discussions that are in the early modules help with that. And you submit your research topic approval form. It has a little bit of information about what your, independent variable is, what your dependent variable is, who you're looking to be your subjects, who will be your subject. And you submit that. And then I will grade those, and that is worth 5 points, and that's mostly just to make sure, we get them back and forth, get them sent in. So if you are approved for your project, if I approve your topic, it will say approved in big, bold letters at the top, and you'll receive 5 points for that assignment, okay? If you aren't approved, we may need to go back and look at a few things. I'll give you some feedback. You'll receive the 0 points, but you can resubmit. And what happens is you just resubmit that until you gain approval. Okay. Now, depending on your submission, I may have you schedule some time with me, and I usually end up meeting with almost all my students in this particular class. It's easier just to talk about it sometimes and think through it a little bit together, so we can schedule a phone call or a Zoom meeting, whichever works best. And I'm pretty flexible about nights, weekends, whatever works for you. So once you get your approval, then you can move on into the next phase of the project, which is your proposal. Now, this is really the meat of the project, and it takes probably the most time. And that's what's due to the first part. So this is you're telling me how you're going to do your project. So you have sections of that paper include like your introduction, your literature review, your methods, things like that. There is a very detailed instruction list of those sections in the assignment. So that's the biggest point. And remember, with your literature reviews, you have to support your concepts. So your intervention that you're proposing needs to be supported in research. There needs to be some research out there, some literature out there supporting this particular intervention you're using, okay? And, some literature out there about your behavior that you're looking at. It'll make your life easier. So that's something to look at on the beginning as well when you're looking at your topic. So the next phase then is once you get your proposal done, then I'll start giving feedback on those, but then you go into your data collection phase. And this is when you actually collect your data, whether it be a lot of people choose to do like a baseline of their behavior and then monitor it with the independent variable, and you collect your data. And that spans over about a month and a half. And then all of this culminates in your final paper. Your final paper is basically your research proposal, that first paper you turn in, plus a couple extra sections like data collection, results, those kind of things. And there's detailed instructions in that assignment as well. So what this does is allow you to get your topic approved, you do your research proposal, you get really good feedback on that research proposal, so you can make changes, except for maybe your methods because you're already collecting data. But you can make changes to your literature review, that kind of thing. And then you change those and you add those other couple sections. That's basically it. Now, that's a simplified version of a long process, but don't get too hung up in the beginning. Research projects, the hardest part is figuring out, your topic, how you're going to do it, and then it all goes much smoother after that. So if you have questions or you're thinking about a topic, please feel free to reach out to me and we can discuss it. Take care.